man, I just can't get over how many people are talking about this Dragon's Dog Shit 2 game and saying that, bro, this game is like game of the year, bro. It is insanely good and I love it and you should love it too. And if you don't like it, you're a bad person and you have bad taste in games and you should be thrown into the street and hit by a car because you're setting us back and the industry and the medium by 500,000 years of progress. Well, guess what? This game is just fucking bad. It is so dated in its systems, in its design. If this game came out 15 years ago, it might have a chance of being somewhat remotely innovative. It just, I don't know. I just have to say something about this because I'm on YouTube and I'm looking for a fucking echo chamber that echoes my sentiment about this fucking video game that's just a disaster. It's inexcusable that Capcom can release this in the year 2024. It is fucking excusable. And I'm not even talking about the MTX, bro, you know. No, bro. My cousin has an RTX 4090 with the 7800 X3D and he's playing this game in 4K with no DLSS and ray tracing turned on and it's literally perfect in every single way. You need a better computer or you're a bad person. I'm not even talking about that. Nah, bro, look, you gotta understand, mate. You gotta find all the items. You can find them in the game, bro. It's not about the microtransactions, bro. You know, Capcom, they gotta pay the bills, mate. You gotta keep the servers running for their pawn system, mate. You know, that's how it is, mate. You gotta pay $2 to rename your character so that they can run some servers in the cloud. I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about a few basic examples of why this game has a terrible gameplay loop and it has systems that just do not work for it as a game, right? Let's just start with the inventory system. Why in the fuck does Capcom think that it is appropriate and fitting to just take the Resident Evil inventory system and add some more rows to it and some more columns to it? That is not going to work in this game. It is not going to fly. You have a UI where it's literally, you have all of your characters on the left-hand side and all of your inventory items on the right-hand side. But the interactions with each item is just copy-pasted from Resident Evil. So think about this, right? You're Leon S. Kennedy. You don't need to give items to other fucking things, other players, other characters, right? Okay, maybe you gotta heal Ashley, but you know, that's besides the fucking point. That is not gonna work when you have to manage your inventory weight. Okay, a dated ass design decision from 10 fucking years ago. Did Capcom not pay attention to ARPGs since fucking Dark Souls or Demon Souls? When it was obviously abundant that encumbrance from inventory was a pain in the ass and an anti-fun, just a noob punish fucking design decision? You're at the start of the game. You have no encumbrance. Oh, you picked up one basic camp kit. All right, your character is moving about as fast as an elephant in fucking mud. Great. Solid work, Capcom. Now I need to go into this silly fucking UI and go through each item and fucking one by one, I have to give it to a different character and evenly distribute the weight of my bullshit across all of those characters. I go this one, click it. Give this character full stack and send it. Click this item, give this character every item in the stack and send it. It takes so long just to manage this stuff. It goes to show they should not have just copy-paste the entire inventory system from Resident Evil and just put it in Dragon's Dog Nuts 2. Makes no fucking sense, right? And let's talk about the actual quests. I start this quest, this bloke who I just don't even know is like, right, bro, we've got to go to the capital city, mate. You know, we've got to walk down the road together, all right? We're going to go for a little stroll. I'm like, okay, we're going to the capital city. Sure, that might be interesting. And the gameplay loop is, we walk from fucking point A to point B, and we encounter a few goblins and a couple of harpies. And you know what? Literally all the fucking enemies just get melted to pieces by all of my pawns and the quest companions. I might as well just stand there and hold my nuts and just let them do the work, because there is no need for me to be involved at all in this experience. It is so fucking boring and teaches me nothing about the gameplay. What's more is, every now and then, the game will enter a cutscene and the character who is leading you on the quest will be like, oh bro, there's a fucking cart, I can't find it, bro, we've got to go this way. And then the cutscene ends and the gameplay resumes. Why did that cutscene need to happen? Has Capcom, or whoever designed this game at Capcom, not looked at how NPC dialogue can and should be delivered to the player without interrupting gameplay? I mean, shit. Last of Us Part 1. Fucking, how old's that game now? 50 billion years old? That game delivered dialogue while you were just, oh, I don't know, walking through the world and looking at stuff. And sure, Dragon's Dogma 2 definitely does that, but it also interrupts you from moving and plays a tiny 10-second, totally irrelevant and useless cutscene that conveys exactly zero information to you. Talking about conveying information, often your pawns will just be like, oh, wow, oh, there's a chest over there, bro. Oh, we should go and get it. Oh. And you're like, okay, but you haven't actually shown me where the chest is. What would be useful is if you walked to the chest, or maybe a map marker appeared because my companion has noticed it, which would definitely help appreciate the role of the pawn just a little bit more, maybe just a little bit more, you know, and then I could go and get the chest. But at this point, it's totally vague, and you don't even know where the fuck it is. Speaking of appreciating the pawns, your relationship to them, it should just be called a relationship, not a relationship, because you do not have any understanding of who they are as a person. And in this day and age, I don't think that's going to work. You can argue, oh, yeah, but you're the Arisen and they're just your little plebeian slaves, mate. You can tell them what to do and they'll come along and they'll wipe your ass for you if you can't reach around and get that job done back there. I have to tell you, the surface level transient relationship you form with them does not work in this day and age, especially when you consider Baldur's Gate 3 and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Those two games, relatively recent games, both have the same premise of you're in a party, you've got companions, and you build these amazing relationships with them, and you understand and appreciate them as characters. And Dragon's Dogma 2 is going way back in time to a point in time where you just literally don't care about the characters. It's like fucking Skyrim, and what's that Sheila that the Jarl gives you at the start? You just don't even care about this character. You literally do not give a shit. And the fact that you don't give a shit means that you don't appreciate the things that they contribute to the combat. Even if you were to go in and examine the mechanics, you just, on a surface level, you can't appreciate their role in the gameplay loop because you don't appreciate them as characters. Oh man, I just had to get it out there. I just don't understand how this game is suddenly taking the world by storm. People are like, oh my god, bro, this game is game of the year. Holy fucking hell, oh my god, I just can't wait to fucking wrap my balls all over it and just stretch my nuts back up through my ass crack and wear it like a hoodie over my head. You know, so let me know your thoughts. Tell me how wrong I am. I would love to hear it, but as it stands, this game is literally a disaster.